Afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Welcome to FFTV with me, Francis Green. So, firstly, I hope everyone is having a good week so far. They are nearly at the end of the week, but it don't mean that we need to waste the weekend, people, as you know, in the community. So, first of all, I hope everyone is magnificent. I know the come down, it feels like a huge come down now that all the news has gone out the window, etc. Make sure this is on. All the news has gone and all that. And actually, there's not even a lot to talk about, is there? But today, we're going to bring up this subject. Obviously, that apparently the coaching staff turned down Emerson Royal for Timoyasu. So, there's a little bit of information on that. But other than that, there's not a lot. I was going to take a day off today, come back tomorrow. But I thought, we'll have a little chat. Probably won't be a long stream, maybe half an hour, just to make sure everyone is okay in the chat, doing their thing on a day-to-day basis. Martin's in the chat. He said, smash the likes on UN, people. Absolutely appreciate it. Mr. Bungle said, what's cooking? I don't know what's cooking today. Craig's in the chat, as always. Big up Simon, big up Fran. Tony C is saying hi, everyone. Marshall, what's good, Fran? Hope we're all good. Roy saying big up, Fran. Ashton, big up everyone in the chat. Ashton, I know it was you speaking about the distractions the other day. So that little video on the other channel, I hope that helped. And a lot of you have really, really gave me some very good feedback on those little daily vibe things. Well, not the daily vibe, the other channel, which was quite rewarding. I got a few messages and someone got rid of their Facebook. Someone, started the gym. And it's really helped them. So, yeah. Good evening. Obviously, Amir must have an evening, different time set. Hope you are well. Rayana said, big up, Fran. Hope you're well. Just saying, even though Emerson Royal didn't happen because our coach staff said no, Emerson Royal was reported to have chosen Spurs over us anyway. Yeah, it's interesting because I think that he more than likely would have. But there's not much going on. So I thought, let's have a discussion about, that. And Guendouzi obviously getting international call-up, etc. Buenos Diaz, Fran, road to 5K. Yeah, road to 5K now, people. It's kind of strange because it feels like we've just was at the top of a mountain and then we've just down. And it's like, this is weird. Like, there's no drama. There's no Arteta out shouts. We're not hammering no one. You've got the international break, so no one can really hammer no one. Do you know what I mean? It's a strange feeling, to be honest. But like I say, sometimes the come down is the start of on the way back up for the next step. So that's what we're on, people. What's for dinner? I don't actually know what's for dinner today. Marshall's put, love this channel content, even though I don't like Arsenal Club. He's a Liverpool fan. Big up. We like everyone on here. We like everyone on here. That's for sure. What's cooking? I don't know. What's for dinner, mate? I don't know. Roy's put, Fran, have you seen Tomiyasu videos? Listen, I've seen the videos, and people are getting carried away. As always, he's going to have Ronaldo in his pocket and all these things. But listen, he looks comfortable. And he looks like he's going to be okay. So we will see. Seagoon has put, big up, bro. Great content. Been watching. I think I've just gone off my screen. Sorry. Past couple of days. Big love to each and every one. I've noticed that we're getting new subscribers on the daily, and it's the first time that they're in the chat. So, if it is your first time in watching or in the chat today, make sure you say hello to everyone in the community because it's a magnificent community. And I'm not just saying that because they're on here. I'm telling you now, they are a great, great community. 3K on the way. We're nearly there. I think we're at 2,250 now. So, we just got to spread this love. We've got to spread the love. And then off of the other channel as well, but that'll be a slow burner, I imagine. Fafula's put, big up, Fran. Do you have the best first 11 for Arsenal? We can talk about that. I think we speak about it a couple of times. Martin's put, Tottenham Stadium was on fire. Is about all that's good today. Oh, maybe someone burnt it down. It's bad enough. The Arteta's out, coming out now, people. Ashton coaching staff agreed to play Kolasinac against Man City. So what do they know? Yeah, it's a strange one. What's up, Fran Guna? BK, big up, Fran. Big up to yourself each and every time, everyone. And I hope you're having a very blissful and blessed week. Is tiramisu? That's it now. Tiramisu. We've started something there, honestly. Disrespected him, to be fair. We shouldn't live like that. But I hope if he ever does find out that we did call him that, I hope he takes it with a pinch of salt and he takes it quite lightheartedly. But apologies if anyone is offended from when I did say that. Welcome to all the new people. Welcome. Alexander has put, As an Arteta, Atletico, I was going to say Arteta fan, but got nothing against them. Atletico fan, I feel sorry watching Arsenal defend. Listen, yeah, a lot of people do feel sorry for us at the moment. Matthew's put big up, first time in the chat. Much love to everyone. Welcome to the community, Matthew, and you will feel very, very much at home. Very much at home with the great community that we have. Apparently, Arsenal beat Brentford 4-0 today, yeah, in a little friendly. It's all right playing them in friendlies and beating them in friendlies, isn't it? Right. So people, you know, if you heard anything, make sure you put it in the chat. If there's anything that you want to go over, make sure that you put it in the chat as always. So let's just touch on. There's not a lot going on at the moment. The international break comes at a good time for a lot of clubs because if the pressure is on, completely takes the pressure away from them. Completely takes the pressure away from them. And that's the case now. Now he's had he's going to have a week or so to the players that are not on that are not on international duty. He's going to have a week or so to try and get them back together. He's going to have another week with his ever injuries, any COVID, etc. He's going to be able to get some kind of what he's going to say, momentum and his players back together. Mr. Bungle saying, obviously, this Inter Milan link with Leno. Interesting. I think Leno's going to be out soon. That's why they've spent the money on Ramsdale. I think Leno's going to be out. It's pretty clear because you won't be spending that amount of money on a, excuse me, you won't spend that amount of money on a backup goalkeeper when you had Matt Ryan, who would quite easily be number 2 and would be comfortable being a number 2. You know, let's be honest. So definitely he is on his way. So, you know, let's talk about this Emerson Royal and Tomiyasu, etc. Now, me and including a lot of people, I've not seen a lot of Tomiyasu at all. I've looked at a few YouTube clips, but YouTube clips, mate, I can make a YouTube clip now and, you know, I think they would have signed me on deadline day. So I don't really look into that. On the YouTube clips, what I do look at is how they're steady, positioning just before. But, you know, in YouTube clips, they literally just put it before they get the ball, as soon as they get rid of the ball. So you never see anything before or after, which is absolutely crazy. So, you know, in fact, just want to touch on this. I did see, I don't know if any of you have seen, obviously, what Vinay was saying. He sent like a letter out to the staff, well, you know, a virtual letter, email to staff and everyone included. And I didn't really dive into detail last time we spoke about it because I just thought it was the same old trough that we always got. But obviously, Ashton's asked me, what do you make of the CEO Vinay saying that this is a youth project under Mikel? Well, it's clear that's what's going on. I'm actually glad someone's actually said it, to be honest. They're backing him. They're going to give him the money. They're going to give him time. But if results don't turn, they are definitely going to get rid of him. They have to. They're not as much as we think they're stupid at times and their way of doing business can be stupid. They're not going to allow someone to spend 150 million and keep getting bad results. So from Arteta's sake, this little international break has really helped him because he's going to get players come back from injury. He's going to get players come back from COVID, and they can't get any worse. So, you know, there's always those types of managers that everything works out timing-wise for them. You know, injuries come back at certain times. International breaks happen at certain times. They have a run of games, which saves their job. It's kind of strange, but at least someone has mentioned that we're on a youth project. At least someone has come out and said, we are on a youth project. And for the fans, whether we like it or not, because I do like the model, only if you're competing, whether we like it or not, at least we now know. We now know. So good question, Ashton. I appreciate that. Good question. So going on to big up, by the way, people that are late in the chat. 58 in the chat already, 10 minutes in. Unbelievable. Hit the like, hit the smash. Hit the smash. Smash the like. Hit the like. We're getting all muddled up here. But yeah, appreciate it each and every time. So Timoyasu. Now, apparently, we had something that was, you know, it was nearly there. Bellerin, Dest was also involved in the conversation. Emerson Royal was involved in the conversation. And the reason that we didn't push for this deal because they were happy to take Bellerin, etc. The reason that we didn't push for this deal, it's come out today that the coaches, meaning Arteta, whoever it may be, thought that Emerson Royal could not be one of the 3 centre-backs if we needed to go to a 3 at the back. And they wanted someone who could play as a centre-back in a 3 and also as a right-back in a 4 or a centre-back in a 2. Now, obviously, Timoyasu, I'm not sure he's going to be able to play in a 2. He has played there, but I think he's going to be better in a 3. Now, what I've seen about him and what I've read about him, without going too in depth, because I want to see people. Yeah, I want to see people. Tomiyasu, is that how we're going to pronounce him, Mr. Bungle? Tomiyasu? Yeah. Timmy, is that you? That's what we're going to go for. But we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. We're going to give him the opportunity, just as Partey's had 12 months and he's not done anything except eat noodles and break down, just as we've gave Pepe longer than 2 months and he can't beat his man for toffee, but we know he's got talent, okay? So we have to give this guy an opportunity. He only costs 20 mil. He could turn out to be a good signing. He can't be worse than what we've got at right back, let's be honest. So let's be honest. He's going to be okay. Maitland-Niles has not gone nowhere, so he's going to be involved in the squad, etc., etc. So apparently he did well last year in Serie A. He's in a poor team, but he did well last year in Serie A. And they wanted him. This is what's coming out. They wanted him because he can play in a 3 as a centre-half or as a right back. He likes a tackle. He's not bad on the ball. He's physical, and he's a winner. I've heard he likes to wrap people up. He's not bad. And if he's that type of player, we need a couple of people like that. We actually do need people who are going to get in people's faces, etc. I actually do like that. So we don't know. We don't know. You know, when Kante and Mahrez came to the Prem, everyone was probably saying the same thing. Who are these players? Who are these players? Now, there's not going to be a Kante and he's not going to be Mahrez because they're in different positions, but people were saying, who are these players? And they were playing League 1, League 2 standard in France. So we have to give these people an opportunity. So I'm not that disappointed that we didn't get Emerson Royal and we got Tomiyasu. I'm actually not that disappointed because if Arteta does want to play the 3 at the back, he will play at the 4. But we've seen how bad we are when we've got not the right players and we play at a 4. If he does want to, have I spelled Tomiyasu wrong? No, have I? Let me check. What in the title? I'm not having that. Let me have a look, Mikel. Let's have a look. Tomiyasu, Timo. Oh, I've put Timoyasu instead of Tomiyasu. Yes. I'm going to change that. Because that would drive me mad. I put Timmy. You know why I put Timmy? Because me and Kurt have nicknamed him Timmy. That's why. Good spot, Mikel. Good spot. You've got an eye, you have. We've put Timoyasu instead of Tomiyasu. Oh, that's a classic. Oh, love it. Hey, well done. That's Curtis's fault. If Curtis is watching, it's his fault. Definitely Curtis's fault. Let's go in and change that. We'll change it in here. Let's change it in here. Because we can't be having that. People looking in saying, what's going on? He's got the wrong player. We got a new signing. Definitely Curtis's fault, Darren. 100% Curtis's fault. 100%. Definitely. 100%. 100%. Let's change that now. We're going to change it now, people. Here we are. Tommy. It'll drive me mad if not. I won't be able to rest if I don't change that. Honestly, I mean, we're going to change the thumbnail, everything. That old chestnut. Hey, listen, come on now. Of course it's Curtis's fault. Here we are, people. I've done it for the stars. There we are. All for you. Boom. Changed it. Live on air. We have changed it, people. Live on air. Honestly, the community. That's what I mean. We even obviously pull me up. That's what I love. Oh, you called him Tomiyasu too. I called him Timoyasu. His name's Tomiyasu. Definitely Curtis. 100% is Curtis's fault. 100%. Yardi Toppers put we have a saying in Jar Fran. When a man is down, keep him down. Them girl whip Ditasu wide set piece free. Oh, you got to keep them down, mate. You got to keep them down. Yeah. I need to go, obviously, to the motherland. It's on my list. Like I said, I'm looking to go. I'm trying to get my old man to come as well because we've got family over there. Boy, we ain't seen this family forever. So, we need to get back to JA and try and know the family, because a lot of family don't even know who I am, what we've done. Like, so I'm on my dad's case, Yardi. I'm on my dad's case. But boy, yeah, it's true. When a man is down, keep him down. Ruthless, but that's how it is. That's sometimes how it's got, ruthless. Big up, Fran. Impressive crypto bull run. Yeah, we're flying at the minute. We're flying. I made a nice little something. Hex is the one all-time high, but I feel a crash coming. You're freezing. I wonder why that is. Maybe because I went onto the YouTube, so it's freezing. Big up, Fran. Fran is slipping. Curtis is slipping today, but glad I saw your stream. Yeah, he deserves a day off. Curtis does. He deserves a day off. He puts serious work in. I think this guy could be quality. One thing seen so far is that he can defend, and I think it's true. I think it's very true. It's funny because let me know if anyone else's camera's blurry. It could be the connection, but I know sometimes that some people say it's blurry and it's just down to internet connection, blurry. So it's sometimes internet connection. From my end, again, it's crisp, proper crisp. But you know how this YouTube and this internet thing goes. FG and Curtis on AFT team, scary duo. Hey, listen, you never know. You might be able to get us on there and get some content for you. We'll see. We will see. Fran, have we not been making the same mistakes by not buying specialist players for their position rather than versatile players who always look square pegs in round holes? Chris has put it's a low resolution YouTube signal. Yeah, it must be that. It does my head in, really. It really, really does me head in. But the fact of the matter is we can still connect. Crystal clear from curved glass. So I think it's one of those, depending on connection or where you are in the world. 6'2" is huge for a right back. No, is he expected to overlap Pepe? Interesting. I mean, if you've seen a lot, I've not really seen him overlap a lot at all, to be honest. But depending on how Arteta wants to play, 6'2" for a right back is very, very big. Is very big these days. Used to be very, very common, but that's very, very big. Remember to buy the dip. ADA contracts will go active next week. After that, you will see the dip. Should sustain 2.5 US dollars once the correction has happened. Yeah, I mean, if we don't break quickly from crypto, if we don't break this 51, 50, 52 golden pocket on BTC, then nothing's going up. Because I think that's going to be a massive, big fake bull run out. I think we're near 51 to 52 is a massive golden pocket on the daily fib. So, and a lot of people that if it crosses that, then we're going to hit all-time highs again. If we don't get through that resistance, which is huge, that will switch and everything else will switch. The only one that goes up at the moment is Solana and Hex because they're different. Hex is a completely different animal and will continue to go up. So we will see. But away from the crypto, but Sebs love it. Jensen's put cleared up now. Yeah, maybe just the connections, people. FN's put, you reckon Tommy was signed because of Japanese market and brand, etc.? Very good point. I thought that straight away. I heard it was Ben White is rubbish in the air. Yeah, Ben White's poor in the air. He's bang average because he's not overly big. Do you see Ben White playing right back? Instead, seeing Tommy is better aerial than White? Could be. Obviously, Tiramisu can push forward. Man's got pace down FIFA, but pace. Don't believe FIFA ratings. Our new right back is slow, according to Football Manager. Hey, listen, don't watch that. Don't watch all those computer games. We've got to stop calling him Tiramisu. It's a disrespect. How do you rate this window? I rate it a 5. Just 100 has put, hope you're good, Fran. Hope you're good, Francis. Don't get huge right backs. I'm looking forward to seeing these new signings. I think we should all get behind the club extending down to the players. Those young lads deserve it. 100%. I think we need to get round it. For me, I've always said it. As much as I don't like what's happening, you have to get behind the club. You have to get behind these players, definitely, because they're the only ones that's going to get us out of it. But we do also have to make sure that we pull things up that need to be done, because people can't be getting away scot-free with some of the bad decisions. But I'm fully with you with the positivity. I'm fully with you, obviously, making sure that people are given a chance, of course. Ron's put, big up, Fran, enjoying your football content. I'm tired of all these players in which we have question mark over them, but sadly, we still support them. Big up, bro. We've got to support them. These, if I would have signed for any of my clubs and I would have seen forums or social media and things like that, and they would have been really, really unhappy, and I would have got abuse that I was playing, it would have really, really made it hard for me to play. I would have been nervous the whole time. Iced latte today, people. Oat milk. Salted caramel one. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love my drinks, my coffee and my teas. Beautiful. So I think we've just got to get behind him. You're bang on 100%. And that's what I like about the community. We're going to have people who have had enough. And believe me, if Arteta don't get it right in the next couple of games, this chat will not be as friendly. I can tell you that for sure. Chris says it looks like shampoo. It looks like coffee shampoo. Some organic coffee shampoo. But listen, that's what we got to do. Ben's put, I personally don't believe nearly all of the young players ain't good enough. I don't think, I'm not going to turn around and say that I think they're just not good enough. I've said that, but in context to that, what I mean is they're not good enough for what Arteta is asking them to do. As players, they're not top four, okay? They're not top four, but they're still good players. It's like something 500 million we've spent over the course of the period. The sixth in world football, all right? We've just spent 150 million. I don't think they're bad players. I just think what he's asking them to do, they can't do it at the minute, especially with the injuries and especially with COVID and especially with the negativity and the toxicity that is going through the changing rooms. I think that's the big problem. We've got 90 in the chat. Unbelievable turnout today, people. 90 in the chat. I mean, no idea how Curtis manages 3,000 people in the chat. He must have to put it on slow motion. He must have to put it on slow motion because you won't be able to read off the comments. But like you said, for me, 95, 100 in the chat is unbelievable, people. Absolutely unbelievable. Just 100, but bro, I had more than enough. I've had more than enough. I cried for the second time in my life when we lost to Chelsea in Baku. Even saying that place gives me PTSD. But I don't think we can afford to change a manager again. And it's a fair point. It's a fair point. The problem that we have is if we do change the manager, who are we going to get in? Now, I'm happy that Vinay has come out and said that we're on a youth project and basically Arteta is running that youth project. I'm happy that someone has now come out and told us what's actually happening, and we can wrap a head around why the fact that we're not going and getting certain players and not challenging for top four, because we've taken a step back to do 2 steps forwards. I fully get that. My only concern with that is if we don't get the results and we lose the manager, then the new manager is going to have to come in and he might not want the project that we are doing because he wants instant results. So what happens then? What happens then? Are they willing to stick with Arteta no matter what? Even if we're in a relegation battle? I can't see it. So this project, this plan, whatever they're doing, is a 3-4 year plan. You need 3-4 years at least to be getting players with potential and trying to groom them into what you, and hoping that they turn out the way that you want them to play. So what we're going to do? What if we're in a relegation fight? You're going to have to sack him. You're going to then have to bring someone in who says, right, I don't want youth. I need instant success. I want this player. I want this player. I want this player. And then all of a sudden, the process completely goes out the window. So I'm just not too sure they've got it right. They've got this very, very imbalanced how they're trying, what they're trying to do. They just said, right, we're not going to compete for top 6. I'm going to go straight to square one. Or do we still want to compete for top 6? And we think that these youth players will make that happen. No, I don't think those youth players will make it happen. He's got a good blend. He has got a good blend. But, you know, I'm just not sure it's the right process for us as a football club, or project, should I say. Liam's put, I'm sick of these commentators saying we played Chelsea and Man City, so we should expect to lose. The performances are shocking. I wouldn't actually mind if we played well and showed some fight. And I think that's what it is. I think we all deep down probably expected us to lose, but not in the manner. It's all right saying you expect to lose, but not in the manner. That's the disappointing thing for me. The fact that we lost in that manner. And Man City, God, we looked shocking. Absolutely shocking. I reckon Sean Dyche would be better experienced and far better man manager. Listen, Sean Dyche would be better, but the type of football that he plays, it would be terrible and horrible to watch. Now, if you're in a business where you just want results, which football is, but you want to get rid of the DNA, you're not Bob. Like Burnley's DNA is that. That's Burnley's DNA. Survive, hard work, in your face, don't mess around. That's not the way Arsenal Football Club is. And if you want to go that way, you will completely lose an identity than what you're trying to do. And it will take years to get that back. Years. Buenos Aires has put, it's not that I'm against the project. I'm against having the manager for this particular project. And I think that's the problem. I think the problem is this manager is trying to ask these players to do something, and they're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. They're not ready. Just want to pick up, obviously, Guendouzi has been called up to the national squad, which is another, obviously, rubbing salt in Arteta's wounds. Wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden Saliba is then named French player of the month or something like that, because he's had his storming start, because these two players have got a point to prove. And it does bother me. There's nothing I can do, as I always say, like on the other channel. Do not get stressed over things that you can't control. Just make sure you get a balance and you try to understand what is happening to in things that you can't control. You can only control the way that you perceive them, your reaction to them, etc., in your state. And with this one, I've came to the conclusion that it's all down to with the personalities with Arteta. There's certain personalities that he can't handle. There's certain players he doesn't want around. And he's been given, by the way, the free reign to... He's been given a free reign to be the head of this so-called, project youth. So he's going to get, like they said to David Luiz, like I said to Matt Ryan, we're moving in a different direction, which is fair enough. But that is a big, big, big decision from this football club, because we are going to get left behind, and it could take a very long time to get full. I'm hoping not, by the way. I hope that all these players come back. Aubameyang gets a smile on his face. I don't want Lacazette to stay. I need him out. El Neni, who maybe might be signing for Besiktas if they can get it done, because their window closes on the 8th, the Turkish league. So there is another week or so in certain leagues that players can get out on loan. But and the Sakas and the ESRs and the Udegaards and the Tavares and Sambi can get experience from your Parteys. And well, there's not much experience going on really around that. And unfortunately, Xhaka is going to be the one that gives experience because we don't have a lot of older players. So I'm excited if it works, but it's going to be a long old road. It's going to be a long, long old road. Yusuf has put, all of you deluded thinking Conte will ever consider this rubbish club. He just wouldn't. The position that we are in at the moment, Conte would not consider it. The only way he would consider it is if the Kroenke said, you know what, here's 15 million. There's a huge budget for your players. You can bring your 7 staff in and get us instant results. And even if that leaves you leaving youth out, because that's what he wants. The reason it was Spurs because of the staff, but he said, I'm not concentrating on bringing you through. I want instant success. They don't want to be part of a project. They want to be part of, I'm a winner. This is how it's done. These are the players that I want to bring in. Do you want me to get you in the Champions League, or do you want me to win the league? If you do, this is what you've got to do. And the Kroenkes don't have the minerals to be doing that. So You know, it just wouldn't happen because of that reason. It wouldn't happen because of that reason. So El Neni might be going to obviously to the Turkey if they can get that one through. Guendouzi Saliba for me is we've missed a trick there, but hey, listen, they could be back. Depends if obviously they're probably going to buy them at the end of it. I imagine they're probably going to buy them at the end of it because they're going to smash it up, people, aren't they? They're going to smash it up like they have already. You know, like they have already. El Neni out, give Ainsley a go. Surely he can't be worse. Exactly. Nick X scores, but Arsenal won't do better than last season. I'm sure of it. I mean, I've said 10th. We finished 8th, didn't we? 7th or 8th last year, something like that. I think the last couple of the games, people literally lost interest with what was going on. Arteta is the best manager in the world. To him, he is. To him, he is. FN's put Fran, I imagine Ten Hag and Overmars with this squad. That would be really exciting with a proven philosophy and experience. I mean, that's a great partnership. And they would, how can I put it? I think they would get more out of these players. One, they would allow players to play. The problem is we don't have, how can I put it? We've got a manager who everyone has spoke about, left, right, and center, who this is his first job. The reason you have to start at the bottom in every career that you do is because there's loads of things that are unexpected and you're not prepared for, whatever that may be. Whatever you do and you've never done before, there is going to be problems. It could be planting certain flowers. It could be starting an engineering job. Whatever it is. The reason you're called an apprentice is because that's where you make all your mistakes and you learn, build confidence, and become mature in the decisions that you make. We've taken a manager on who's never been in any situation. Now, people say, Fran, he's been a coach, he's been assistant. Yes, very different roles. Steve McLaren, great coach, terrible manager. Alex Ferguson, unbelievable manager, not the greatest coach. Phelan did it all. You know? So to do both, you know, Pep, Klopp, we've seen it over the years who do both, even though Pep's got a great team around him, etc. Arteta was the middleman, so he was the good cop when he was at Man City. Now he's at Arsenal, he's the bad cop. You know, so he's not. Listen, he's my age. It's his first job as much. It's like me going in straight away, never having a job. Okay, going straight into the coach Arsenal. I would do better than what he's doing, there's no doubt. But it's like me going straight in and then not knowing how to deal with Aubameyangs, not knowing how to deal with David Luiz situations, can't get a player in, injured, who do I play? Pressure from the press, pressure from the fans. It would be absolutely head-wrecking to go in at the deep end, you know? People like Patrick Vieira, like Curve Glasses, that Patrick will be our next manager. Wait and see. Listen, if Patrick Vieira does well at Crystal Palace, then he's going to be odds on to get the Arsenal job. It just depends if Arteta lasts that long. Because why Patrick Vieira is doing his job. You think Patrick Vieira gets off to a great start. He's not going to be able to leave straight away. It's going to have to be a season. So what? You're going to stay with Arteta for another season? It's not going to be the case. You know, it's just not going to be the case. Malungi's put, hey, Fran, what do you make of, obviously, Vinay's comments? Just shows how the club is aiming for an Arteta's job unless the fans turn up and demand for better. And that's what I was saying, Malungi. I was saying that at least someone has come out and told us what's happening. At least someone has come out and said, listen, this is what's happening. Excuse me. So we know. My biggest concern is Arteta I don't think is the right man, and I think many people would agree, is the right man to be the front and be the captain of this ship for this project. Like I said, I think it's Jack Sparrow settings, and it's been like that for 18 months. Sinking ship. Josh is coming, big up, Fran. Kuna Matata has put, Arsenal next 5 years will be bad. Those players, not future stars. Maybe Ødegaard, not anyone else. Listen, we don't know. And hindsight will be a great thing, is a great thing. We don't know. But when everyone's fit, because he's had excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse, waffle settings, bird's eye waffle settings, you know, but it comes to the point where now it can't be the case. Leon's put, Fran, is Dubai Ras Al Khaimah a good place to holiday? Non-Arsenal related. Dubai is absolutely unbelievable. Like I say, lived there for a couple of years. Dubai is unreal. Ras Al Khaimah is not like Dubai. Ras Al Khaimah is very different. It's not as luxurious. It doesn't have the big the buildings. It doesn't have, you don't see everyone driving around in Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces, like literally G-Wagons, and they're just everywhere. They're like Vauxhall Corsas. You don't see that in Ras Al Khaimah. But Ras Al Khaimah for a holiday, if you want to go for a peaceful holiday, has unbelievable beaches, unbelievable, this island just off it. I can't remember what it's called. But if you want to go for luxury, you want to go for unbelievable bars, restaurants, nightclubs, if you're still clubbing, then Dubai is the one, because it's like the rules are very different in Dubai. The European rules at times. So there's alcohol, there's everything going on in Dubai. Ras Al Khaimah is a very, very different. It's very, very different. And it's only about Ras Al Khaimah. I used to go to Ras Al Khaimah from Dubai. It's only about 45 minutes, hour tops. But Dubai is, if you're going for a holiday and you want to party and whatever, and the best beaches, the Palm and all that, and all the luxury stuff, Dubai is the one. We love Arsenal Sport. Afternoon, friend. What do you think the ticket price will be for Arsenal next season in the Championship? Oof, well, I don't know. Listen, if Arsenal in the Championship next year, then I'll be commentating on them, because I do the Championship games, don't I? So that would be surreal, but I can't see that happening. I can tell you that. Fran, would you take Wenger back? You know, the only reason I wouldn't, Marjan Islands is very good. Yeah, nice. Marjan Island is good. Loads of places. Obviously, Abu Dhabi. There's loads. There's loads. Unbelievable. But going back to this one, you know, the only reason, Matthew, I won't want him back is because he kind of stayed too long last time, and I don't want him to make it even worse, you know. So no, I wouldn't want him back for that reason. It's just like I wouldn't want Thierry Henry as manager until he done well in a job, because he ain't done nothing yet. He's another one. Thierry Henry could be a great coach, but as a manager, he's not getting it right, you know. It's a very, very big difference between coaching and being a manager. Very, 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 very. Just like being floor manager at a company and then CEO. It's a huge difference. Huge difference. I'd rather trust Graham Potter with his project. Oh, all day. Think he's one for the future. All day. And he's done his apprentice. He had to go abroad. He's gone the long way around. It's no coincidence that Graham Potter is doing as well as he is now. He's not just woke up and thought, I'm good at coaching. He's had to do the hard way. The tough leagues abroad. He's had to come back, prove a point, etc. You know? Big. Mr. Bungle's point is that as iced coffee. Yes, it's a iced salted caramel latte, oat milk, and manuka honey. Top. You all know I like my coffees and teas or whatever. FN, it's sad that Wenger has never returned to Emirates even to watch a game. Yeah, listen, he's so emotionally attached. He's so emotionally attached to Arsenal. He probably has to stay away. You know, sometimes you have to remove yourself away from things that, you know, could tempt you, or temptations or distractions. That's probably why he's never been back, you know? Jaws 100 put, what got you into... don't need to, it goes off the screen. What got you into supporting Arsenal, and did you ever get the opportunity to sign play for the club, even at youth level? So I tell you what, I was watching that 89 game. Just started playing football at 9. I was quite late, and I supported Liverpool, John Barnes candy kit. And then I seen this game where obviously Arsenal scored in the last, when it was, and everything just changed. And I thought, listen, like the JVC kit, I loved it. I just thought, yeah, that's me. So I supported Arsenal from then. I did flirt with Liverpool still, and I liked Newcastle because of Ginola and all that later on, after about 5 years later, Newcastle brown kit. But that's the reason. But no, never. And there was rumors, and I nearly sniffed that they nearly signed me in 2000. But you know, the agent was probably, I think the agent messed around with the club or whatever. So nearly signed, which would have been a dream, but never happened. Manuka honey, yeah, fire, absolute fire. Couple of new faces, a couple of new names. Absolutely unbelievable. Love it. Dangerous D's popped in. He says, Sol Campbell for defensive coach. Listen, as much as people don't like Sol Campbell, because he is a little bit deluded and he is having himself way too much because he wasn't good at Macclesfield. He wasn't good at Southend, okay? But it is tough to manage at those levels. Very, very low budget. He'll want players to do what he was, what he would like to do. So it's very, very hard to manage at those levels. But as a defensive coach, you would not turn him down. I mean, I played against Sol Campbell twice, when he was at Arsenal and when he was at Spurs. And he wrapped me up. I was lightning quick, but he was just stronger, clever. He's older than me, obviously, but what a player. So he will know how to be a defensive coach. But the problem is, again, Arteta would not have someone like Sol Campbell in his camp. Why? Threatening. Feels threatened. Could be, how can I put it? He's constantly thinking, oh, if Sol Campbell's around, if I get the sack, he gets the job. Sol Campbell is a bigger legend than Arteta. Even though he made the move from, you know what I mean? He's a legend. So as much as people don't like the way he is, you can't take it away from him. He knows the game of football. Just maybe doesn't know how to get it across to players. Gacha Life with Crystal, new one, but love this Bristol City fan. Yeah, Bristol. Listen, we welcome all fans. This is not just an Arsenal channel because I support Arsenal. The reason we've not called it anything to do with Arsenal is because we speak about all football when we can, when it's something great. By the way, I've just noticed there's 142 in the chat. Wow. Unbelievable people. Unbelievable support. Make sure you hit the like. And if you've not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe because this channel, and Curtis is always flying, our aim is to take over and give you the best content from a balanced, unbiased, professional point of view. Suppose that makes it a little bit different from most of them out there, which, is always balanced. Some people don't want the balanced one. Some people want the crazy, chaotic negativity, which is fair enough. But we try to make it as balanced as possible. We really do. Oz has put, Wenger will probably go back into the office if he returned. Laugh out loud. He'll be chilling. Anderson, hey, Fran, did you pick a winner yet? We picked a winner, yeah. I'm actually going to send it. I was going to send it tomorrow. I may do it Monday to Germany. Adrian won it to Germany. He sent all my details. So well done to him. DJ Breezer's coming. Big up to yourself. He's put big up, Fran. Numbers are steadily growing, trying to be positive, but the latest signing is giving me Park Ju-young vibes. Park, what? Oh, is this just for commercial benefit? Listen, a lot of people have said that, but I honestly believe that this was one of those. Apparently, 100 likes as well. Unbelievable people. Apparently, his agent was connecting with every other agent in England, probably around the world. This is what you do if you're trying to get your player out. I'll get in my phone and I'll say, blah, de blah, Mino Raiola, for example, because I do have him in my phone. Listen, we need to get this player out. Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And he was phoning around everyone, every agent. Listen, I've got his right back. We can get him out for 20 mil. We can get him out for 20 mil. This is his wages. This is his wages. This is going to be the agent's fee. We can get him out now. Do you need a right back? Do you need a right back? Boom, boom, boom. He hopes that someone needs a right back. Mikel or Edu gets back to him. We'll take him. We're not going for Emerson Royal now. We like him. We've seen him. Boom, boom, boom. Deal's done. That's how the deals get done at the last minute. And that's what's happened there. So commercially could help. I think there's a Japanese international in the women's team, I believe, as well. But I don't think it's a panic buy in a way that they already knew what he was about. I think they panicked and needed a right back, but they already knew what he was about, BK Sport, FFTV community, whoa. Always goes off my screen when I do that. Grown 100 likes. Let's break the record. Let's break the record, people. Let's get as many likes as we can. Share it when we keep building. Like you see, also, if you want to follow the other channel, which is completely different from football, there's only 2 videos on it, but I got a lot of messages saying how it's helped a lot of people over the last couple of days. Some people have quit Facebook because of distractions. I know Ashton, when a few of us speaking about it, someone started the gym. He's gone on a training program. Someone's decided to knuckle down and start a business that they want to start because they've been putting it to the back of their mind. Very small business, small capital, but they've been thinking of all the fear factors. So if you want, go and check the other channel out as well. That'll be good. Chris says, put big up Fran, loving the stream as always, loving the support as always, loving the support as always. Patrick's put, you and Curtis are love listening to you guys. Hey, listen, we just try and be real. We try and be real and unbiased. I think that's the key. Vivian Cole has put, yes, Fran, your numbers are picking up. Yeah, we just keep going. I think it will slow down now that I think the reason it'll slow down now is one, the transfer window's closed. One, the PS5 is now gone. So it will slow down ultimately. Inevitably, obviously that's going to happen. But as long as we keep turning up and I keep turning up, one subscriber a day is growth. One subscriber a day is growth. One like a day is growth. So, that's what we're about. Who will win the Premier League this season? I don't think many people could argue with Chelsea at the moment. They look favourites. Man City was my favourites if they got a striker, but they're going to struggle to break down those 0-0s against the teams around them. So the good thing about the one thing about Man City is they have a very, very good attitude against the teams who are they supposed to beat. So it's easier said than done to say, right, you're playing a Burnley away on a Tuesday night. You've got to smash them. They have a very, very good attitude at making sure they beat everyone they can possibly beat. Now, some other teams, and Man United, for example, will go to Burnley and struggle because they don't have the mentality in the team. Man City have a very winning, high-standard mentality. And Chelsea have that now, and they've added Lukaku, who will bring a different focal point. They've got Saul, they've got Jorginho, they've got Kante. But the Lukaku one changes the dynamics. Because if Man City get a striker, it's all over. But Chelsea now are favourites for me. This is the best Arsenal channel, trust me. There's meat on the bone. Hey, well, there you go. I know there's a lot out there, but a lot of people have different vibes, don't they? I know a lot of people don't like AFTV. I know a lot of people don't like whatever, but then there's also loads of people that do because they have high amount of subscribers, a lot of interaction. So I think it just depends on what you like as a person, that like what you like watching. If you like a lot of negativity and a lot of just ranting and no substance to the argument, then you're not going to like this channel. But if you like a balanced, insight, in-depth, I suppose, experience view, then you're going to learn more from this channel. So it all depends on the individual. Some people won't like it. Some people will, will turn around and say, I don't like him. He used to play. He talks nonsense. He don't know what he's talking about. Fair enough. And then some people would say, listen, I've been waiting for him to say something like that for years. So it's all down to the individual. It really, really is. And, no one's right and no one's wrong. No one's right, no one's wrong. Arsenal will fall in against Brentford. Yeah, I've seen that in a friendly. Anderson's put, Mino, tell him to give us Pogba. The phone call that I had with Mino Raiola and Mino Raiola was actually about Pogba. I'm talking about 3 years ago. And then I spoke to him about a year ago. And the first one was about Pogba. It's to do with commercial stuff. He didn't give me no time of day whatsoever. He's like that. He didn't give me no time of day. He went, who? Nah. We won't be doing this. Then he didn't answer for weeks. Vlad's new name, really do appreciate in the community. Hit the likes. Barcelona are interested in him at one point. If you watch videos online, he is upgrade on our defense, and that is true. Apparently people were interested in him. Teams were interested in him at one stage. So yeah, I think he's better than what we've got, and I don't think many people are going to argue with that. Really don't. Eziola Campbell, new name, love the support, popped in. Please try and get Curtis and Fabrizio Romano on your show. Let's break down the transfer market for Arsenal. We have to give these players a chance now. And come January, let's hope things work out. People like, obviously, Fabrizio Romano, give me time. If I feel the need to obviously get him on, then I will. Because I'll use certain connections to get him on. But there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of stuff going on with all these channels. People channel hopping left, right, and center. We just relax here. We just relax here, and we'll get him on when it's necessary, if need be. Curtis is my boy. Curtis is on here and welcome on here all the time, whenever he feels like it. That's for sure. That is for sure. Matthew's put, imagine saying no to Emerson Royal. I'm going for Tomiyasu, who isn't actually a right back. Yeah, true. Loving the channel. Appreciate it, Campbell. Really do. Make sure you keep hitting the likes, people. Just helps the algorithm, and obviously lets YouTube know that there is people out there who know what they're talking about, rather than a lot of stuff that they promote. But it's all to do with the algorithm, so it's not individually. FFTV, methodical approach. I've never even said that word, to be fair, Darren. So there you go. You can tell I've never said it because I couldn't wrap my tongue around it. As much books as I've read, I've never used that word, Darren. Methodical is the word. It's just come back to me like, that's amazing, isn't it? Don't you think it's crazy how, going off rant, it's your memory. When people say about reading, it's your memory, because you picture the word first, then you can say it. But if you don't picture it, you can't say it. It's weird. It's weird. I pictured it. I couldn't picture it. Couldn't say it. Pictured it. And I've said that word so many times. Weird. I'm going to put, Fran, if you could please make an introduction video about yourself and background in football, would help the community to know a bit more about you. Yeah, I've got something in the pipeline. I've got one of my friends. He's a video creator. He creates videos all the time. So what I might do, obviously, in my trailer now, it says, "Who am I?" To show you, but that's just about obviously the channel. But I'm thinking of making like a short kind of film, maybe 15 minutes from the journey to where we are now. I think that would be quite good content. But also, if you wanted to get to know a lot about me as well, make sure you subscribe on the other channel. I'm going to put the link in here now for you, because it will help people to know a few things, which helps you and me. It helps both of us, to be honest. It will help both of us. It'll make me keep turning up and being accountable, and it may help you, along the way in things on a day-to-day basis. So it's non-football. The odd thing may pop in, but it is non-football. So I'll put that here now. Just put that in there. That one there is called Green Mind. Obviously, my last name is Green with a Y. A Green Mind with a Y. So hit that little link there that I've just put in, and that'll just make you, and subscribe to the other channel as well. That'll only be one video, maybe once a week, and just me having little conversations with you. It's away from football, and it helps people on a day-to-day, maybe help people on a day-to-day basis and help them progress, start a business, start a YouTube channel, get that relationship that they want. All these little things that will just help, that we both need to be accountable for us to get the best out of ourselves. When is the next time Sol Campbell will be on the channel? Oh, Jermaine, I'll get Jermaine on soon. I'll get him on soon. He's busy. I think he's on set this week. He told me. I'm sure he was doing something for Amazon Prime. So yeah, I'll try and get him on. With the community growing, what's the thoughts on a FFTV Discord? I have thought about a Discord. I'm in a couple of Discords myself to do with work. And we get a lot of scammers on that platform, but that's to do with crypto. So I don't think we're going to get many scammers just in our Discord. So people, they can have, maybe make one where you can have one where general chit chat. People can talk about whatever, the Premier League, whatever, and then maybe like a VIP channel or something like that. But yeah, as we grow in, there'll be different ideas. Don't want to throw everything at once. I want to kind of steady and take our time and get where we need to get to organically, etc. And I think we'll get there. But Darren, yeah, it's a good thing for future, that's for sure. Don't remember how to say, listen, I'm not starting on that. Steve, I'm not starting on it. I've got better. Most people say Odegaard. At least I've got Erdegaard. But I said Odegaard, but it's Erdegaard now. I've got it. Erdegaard. There you go. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that. We're just having a chat about everything. Look, we've done 55 minutes and we're just talking, people. So listen, before I go in about 5-6 minutes, let's just wrap up. I think we've got to give Timoyasu an opportunity. Ben White, I think, will struggle if everyone is not fit. Not footballing wise. I think that he's a very good footballer. The reason he wasn't number one at Brighton is because they came under they come under a lot of pressure. They come under the cosh a lot because they couldn't keep the ball or finish their chances. When they did finish their chances, they did really well. And this season, you've seen them start off really well. So Ben White obviously wasn't a regular there, but he's got a lot of admirers in the English game. I think he's a nice kid, which always helps when you're a nice person. People want to give you more of an opportunity when you're a nice person. But I think he will come good if the team comes good. It's Tomiyasu, not Timoyasu. So stop trying to confuse me. It's only because me and Curtis called him Timmy. It's Tomiyasu, all right? Oh, Curb Glasses put, I'm saving those other channel videos for tomorrow. Yeah, take your time. The help could give you, yeah, exactly. Could help you over the weekend. You might want to just go away. It's international. Go away and get away from the distractions in life. Timmy Mallet, more like Curved Glasses, but Timmy Mallet. What a show, Timmy Mallet. But I think we've got to give him an opportunity. I think once we get a fit team, you will see obviously better football. You will see the players be able to make partnerships. We hope that people will be able to get on the end of get on the same wavelength of Odegaard at times, but also I hope that Odegaard shows the other side where if we are under the cosh, can he go and try and make things happen and demand the ball even more in positions? Because I believe at times if we don't see Odegaard, there you go. If we don't see Odegaard, I'm not sure how vocal he is. I'm not sure how commanding he is and says, give me that ball in all areas. I don't care if someone's tight, on my backside. I don't care if I'm in a tight area of the pitch. Trust me, give the ball and I will do bits. And you've seen it. Devan's not a fan of Odegaard. He's not a fan. He's saying he's lightweight. You don't need to be strong in this league. You don't need to be strong. It's a myth. You don't, because free kicks give them left, right, and center. But Devan's not a fan of Odegaard, which is fine. I'm sure there's players that people in the chat like me, I don't rate Pogba. And most people say, why not? And then when I give them the balanced argument, they say, you've got a point. So, like I say, Devan has a point if he doesn't like Odegaard, which is fine. But for me, my personal opinion, he's our best player. And I can't see how people don't see that. Is he the most effective? Maybe not, because of the position that he's in. But, it is what it is. It's the way that it is. It's football. Some people think Ben White's amazing, and I think he's all right. Some people think Turney's great, and I think he's okay. It's just the way that we've always got. As long as we've got substance, as long as we've got a balance to our argument, then that's fine. That's fine. But we need balance. I remember someone was saying commentary about Pogba was getting, picked out, and someone mentioned his hair, and I was like, well, what does it matter? What color hair he's got? And then he was saying, well, I don't like him. I was like, well, and this was a pundit, by the way, who I speak to. I don't really speak to him now, but he's on TalkSport. He's on what? And he was saying, well, it doesn't help Fran, does it? Because he's got blonde hair. And I was like, that's so old-fashioned to have a mindset that just because someone's got a certain color hair, that you bias to him straight away, And then it came around, and then I gave him a balanced argument. I said, what you should be saying is the reason that you may not rate Pogba is because he's, a social media footballer who doesn't want to work hard. But you can't take away the fact that he's got good quality. And he needs better players around him for him to flourish, which we've seen in the first game of the season. He played in his right position, where he's comfortable, and he flourished. Next game, Ollie changes him off through the game. It hardly does anything. So everyone has a balanced argument. And I remember sometimes I was great in some teams, and sometimes I was poor in some teams. And it was basically down to the fact of the dynamics of the team and the position, and where you could receive the ball and where you couldn't receive the ball. And you've seen it over history all the time. Fernando Torres has got to be the most obvious one. He moves, and overnight, he looks like a completely different player. Because the dynamics of the Liverpool team were completely different from the Chelsea team. He didn't have Steven Gerrard. Getting the ball and assisting him, and they knew each other. They knew each other. It was telepathy. They just knew. Some players you will play with and you just know. They know and you know. You don't even have to train together that much. You're just on the same wavelength. And there's some players who you will pass the ball to and they'll run off. because they're not on the same wavelength. It's just football, and you have to break it down of why players don't do well and do well. And that's the good thing about football. That's why we can have these conversations, because if everything was, so straight and black and white, we wouldn't be able to have these. We wouldn't be able to have this great community. We wouldn't be able to have these conversations, and that's what makes it great. Sean, he's another one. He say, I don't rate Erdegaard, but I will give him a chance. Of course, they always come for Pogba. Love him when they win, hate him when they lose. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Pogba. I want more from him, but when he does play well, he plays well. So I get it. I get it. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Dave's come late to the party, no problem. At least you're here. Nathan's put them guys on TalkSport talk a lot of crap and just love clicks and views. Who takes them idiots seriously? Danny Mills is the worst. Well, I don't like to name names, but but again, it's all down to opinions. As much as we might agree or not agree, it is all down to opinions. But you've got to have substance. You've got to have a foundation of why you think that. Because if not, you're just being biased. And you're the old saying, if you go against him, if you make a man change his mind, or you convince a man against his will, you've already lost the argument. Because a man who don't want to change his mind, who don't want to change and can't see anything, you're wasting your time. You could explain till the cows come home. But if someone is biased and someone does not want to open their mind, you're wasting your time. So in future reference, if you're arguing with someone who doesn't want to hear anything, just get rid of them. Don't talk to them, because you're just going to waste your time. You're going to waste your very important human energy. That's what you're going to waste. FG, nobody at Chelsea understood Torres like Gerrard. No one. No one. And that's why it went wrong for him. Barnes and Beardsley, Dwight York and Andy Cole. Those things don't need to be worked on. They are instant. I was like that with Jimmy Bullard. Instant. Jimmy Bullard came in from the first training session. I knew what Jimmy was going to do, and he knew where I was going to run. Every time. Instant. And it's just energy. It's energy with people. You meet someone in a place, you meet someone in a bar, you meet someone at the petrol station. Sometimes you've got energy. And that's what it is. We need to know about energy. We're going to do a video on energy on the other channel as well anyway. Anonymous says, Fran, do you believe Saliba will play for us next season if Arteta survives till then? While Arteta's there, I cannot see Saliba playing. I really can't. What you make of Sol Campbell saying to give him more time after 1.5 seasons? I mean, I think it's ridiculous to give someone. How long do you need? How long do you need to show something? How long do you need? Next got love Jimmy Bullard. He was a proper character. Crazy, absolutely crazy guy. He's got crazy, I think, since he's been on TV. I watched TalkSport. I don't agree with the lot I hear on there, but it's good to hear another view. I listen. I know Adrian Durham very, very well. He's a Peterborough United fan, so obviously he used to watch me when I used to play. And sometimes I still speak to him now because of radio. And listen, it's an entertainment show. But they do have people on there that do spit facts. I think Danny Murphy at times is quite balanced. But the rest, I'll leave it at that. Wagwan Terrence, hope you well, man. Big up to yourself. His stock has fallen. Yeah, listen, we know that. And then Goon put, my Persian friend tells me an Iranian saying, you are the fool to argue with a donkey. Listen, it's number one. If you argue with a man who does not have the ability, or just blatantly does not want to hear anyone else's opinion, you are wasting your time. You have just wasted the God-given energy that has been given to you on someone who does not deserve your energy. If you convince a man against his will, you have already lost the argument. You might think you've won the argument. Even if you pull facts out. You say, well, listen, told you I was right. There's the facts right in front of you, Fran. The sky is blue. He will walk away and he will hate you even more because you've embarrassed him, and he'll still think the sky is green. You're wasting your time. You hire a clown, you'll get a circus. It's the way that it is. way that it is. Right then, people, we've been hitting over an hour now. I really do appreciate each and every one of you coming in. Durham is a terrible crap stirrer. Got no respect for him. Hey, listen, it's their job. It's their job. It's their job. Maybe he's colorblind. Maybe he is colorblind. Maybe he is. But if he was, he'd just say, Fran, I'm colorblind. You know, I'm colorblind. So, you know, we will see. Right then, people. Really do appreciate each and every one of you, as always, coming in. Can't thank you enough for making this happen. Real talk from Josh. Can't thank you enough for making this happen. 144 likes. We've had up to nearly 150 in the chat. Unbelievable, people. All down to you. I really do appreciate it. We'll see what comes up tomorrow. See what we can talk about. If not, you know, we may have a day off, and we'll see you over the weekend. At the weekend, I'm on Saturday. I'm at Sheffield United. So I will do a quick mini vlog when I do the commentary. Go and check out the other two, the Preston and the what was the first one? Luton one. So Saturday I'm at Sheffield United, and then on Tuesday night I'm at Reading as well. So you will see 2 vlogs from me just going to games and the commentary. Very small content, but it's worth a look from behind the scenes. And Sunday I've got a Vets game as well. So anyway. But we will speak before then. I hope everyone does really well. Make sure you spend this time tonight doing something to improve yourself. Hey, by the way, new book. Another book came today. You're probably thinking, Fran, you get like 2-3 books a week coming through. I know. But I get through them. So new book, The Four Agreements. Very, very good book. Been recommended by a very, very powerful person. So anyway, I'll try and read some books over the weekend. I'm going to try and get through 2 books this weekend. That's what I'm going to do. I love you, and I leave you all. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you enjoy the evening. Make sure you improve. Make sure you keep your energy, and make sure you look after your loved ones, okay? Hold tight, everyone, and I will see you probably tomorrow. If not, it'll be over the weekend, but we will try and make sure we at least have a small stream for each and every one of you tomorrow. So, again, love you and leave you. You take care.